Hi, I'm Eric Bjornstad with Bell Performance. Bell Performance, we've been in business for 104 years, and our business is saving you money and making your lives easier. And that goes for whether you are an average driver who drives a car or truck, or if you are a fleet professional. And fleet professionals, fleet management people are who we're going to talk to today. Specifically, a little bit ago we did a blog at the Bell blog on the 9 steps for ensuring fleet safety. Now, most fleet professionals, if the company doesn't already have a safety program, then they probably receive directives from above telling them, hey, you need to make a safety program. And a safety program, a good one, a good comprehensive fleet safety program is something that can provide a lot of value to the company, but it's not exactly the easiest thing to construct. There are a lot of working parts, and there are a lot of people who need to work in it and to get approval in order for that safety program to become successful for the short and the long term. So what we wanted to do is to touch on 9 tips that you can keep in mind as you are setting up and developing a safety program, a fleet safety program for your company. First thing is, absolutely essential, you need support from the top down. The more that top management show their support for what you're doing, the more likely that you're going to get the kind of cooperation that you need from the people that you need it most. That is, the drivers, the people who have the boots on the ground. They need to see that top management, both your top management and the people above them, they need to see that those people are supporting what you are trying to do in implementing this program. Second thing is you need to define what's expected. People like to know what's expected of them. If you're introducing new safety standards, new standards of behavior, you need to define those specifically and make sure that those drivers understand exactly what is expected of them. You'll get a lot further if you do that. You need to screen and you need to monitor. That means you need to pull MVRs, you need to be able to access the kind of data you need to be able to know in real time how these drivers are doing. The fourth thing, if they're doing something wrong, you need to punish mistakes. And maybe punish isn't the right word. You need to negatively reinforce mistakes. But the important thing is not just punishing mistakes, not just sticking it to them if they have a violation, but the drivers who are doing well, the drivers who are doing what they're supposed to, who are the ones that are saving you money by doing what they're supposed to, you need to be sure that those people are rewarded just as much. Sometimes there's a tendency in business to take for granted the people who do their jobs well. That would be a mistake if you're trying to have a good safety program. Be sure that not just that you punish and correct mistakes, but that you reward vigorously the people who are doing a good job. Fifth thing, you're going to have an accident, okay? That's fairly inevitable. You need to learn as much as you can about the accidents because, of course, the goal being you need to learn why it happened and how it can be prevented again. So learn as much as you can from the mistakes that people will inevitably make. Number 6, self-monitoring. This is an important concept. People, no matter what walk of life, no matter what vocation you're in, you like to know how you are doing. And people like to be in a position where they can figure out how they're doing, what they call self-monitoring. So as you're setting a safety program up for your fleet, you need to make it a priority to get them the kinds of information, the data, the indicators that will enable them to figure out in real time, hey, I'm doing this right, or I'm doing this not so well, this is something I need to improve. Your program will be a lot more successful if you can enable your drivers to self-monitor how they're doing. Training. Training is important. Annual training, monthly training, whatever you can set up that works well within your business, you need good, robust training on a regular basis on multiple fronts. Not just one-time training in some kind of sales meeting or whatever. You need regular training on multiple fronts to reinforce what you're trying to get them to do. One thing that proves very useful for safety programs are ride-alongs. That's number 8. Have, at least on an annual basis, have their supervisor or their manager have the appropriate person do a ride-along. Now, the goal of this ride-along is to give the driver feedback. on one hand, but also to, of course, enable you as the management to know what needs to be improved on. So ride-alongs go a long way. And then last thing, communicate and report. Communication, very important. You need to give them, the drivers and the teams, reports on how they are doing. You need to do it regularly. If you are able to do this, your safety program will be a lot more successful. So, to summarize, you need support from the top down. You need to define what's expected of the drivers with respect to safety. You need to screen and monitor the drivers. You need to fix mistakes, but also reward good behaviors. You need to learn as much as you can from the things that go wrong. You need to help people self-monitor their own progress. You need to have good regular training on multiple levels. You need to have ride-alongs with supervisors to give additional feedback. And then lastly, you need to communicate and report your findings as much as possible so that people know how they're doing. Those 9 things put together, successfully implemented, will go a long way towards either helping you create the safety program you need for your fleet or improve the safety program that you already have. So if you'd like more information about this, I would like to invite you to visit our website at www.bellperformance.com and also our educational website at wefixfuel.com. We have a lot of resources there. Again, resources not just for car drivers and people with lawnmowers, but especially for fleet professionals like yourself who need to know about the fuel issues and how that's going to affect your bottom line so that you can correct that. Thanks very much for joining me today. I am Eric Bjornstad with Bell Performance, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.